Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you all doing today? It's your boy Crypto Wolf, and real quick, I just wanted to jump right into this. It's going to be a short video. I really wasn't planning on making anything today, but wanted to do a little bit of a channel housekeeping with you guys, ask you guys a fairly important question, and also we're going to see, over here on the chart, we're kind of consolidating sideways a little bit, so we're going to take a look and try to figure out which way is it going to go after this consolidation here. But first, I wanted to ask you guys, I have some ideas for a few video series here that I've been thinking about doing, and I kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion on what you might like to see first, or just what you'd like to see in general. And so the first one is getting into the Pine script, creating little indicators and things like that. Getting into the coding down here. Is that something that any of you guys would be interested in learning? Because if I do, thinking about maybe doing like a little tutorial just right from the ground up, how it works and what it takes to actually do that, what some of the variables are. And it's actually pretty good about telling you like what some of the like constants and standard functions and things like that are, just in little tooltips. But so that's one of them. And I also want to try to work it in with Market Cipher a little bit. Should be really cool. But another little series idea is, I'm curious about the blockchain / play to earn games. I know they've been kind of getting popular, and we're starting to see some pretty interesting ones. I just happened to catch a little ad. Let's see if it's still higher. Like this guy here, MetaShooter, a decentralized blockchain-based hunting game. I mean, they're more and more, they're starting to come out, and they're starting to look like they have some better graphics, better gameplay. It's not just the Nintendo Atari level looking ones anymore. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. I'm kind of curious. I've literally never played one before, so I figure if I'm gonna do it, you know what, we'll just do it live or do it in the video or something, and I'm gonna get a real reaction there. Another potential series of videos, which we've kind of already done, is would you like to see more of the like TradingView drawing tools, some of the other things that we have in here, start getting into, some of these other little bit more obscure ones. I don't generally use these guys too much, but we can, look them up and see how they are to be properly used and what they might be useful for. We could get into that a little bit, dig into those, or some more of the indicators over here. Just see how they work, what they look like, are they useful, how does it stack up against Market Cipher, things like that. So let me know if you'd be interested in doing more of those videos. I know the GAN Square one, I was really happy to see that one's been blowing up. I think that's like the third most watched video at this point that I've done, which, holy cow. I wasn't even that good at doing them when I made that video, which I've gotten a little bit better, and you haven't really seen them on the channel too much lately, but they have been there. I've just mainly had them on the macro time frames. I haven't, zoomed in and made too many of the small micro time frame ones, but they're definitely still there, still using them, still very nice, very useful. I mean, they keep working out. I mean, you can see it right here, even bouncing between these two fan lines right there while we're just, look at this, taking a big old dip right through this section. And I drew this one way back. Like, I have not touched this one in weeks. And look at that. I mean, right when we got to the outer ring right here, just straight reversal. So yeah, I mean, no, those are great. I just don't have them visible all the time because it really clutters up the screen, and even this fib retracement kind of does the same thing. But let me know if you'd be interested in more of the drawing tools and things like that. And then another one I'm thinking I want to continue would be the trading psychology videos, because I'm kind of a nerd for psychology stuff to begin with, but I find it very helpful, and it also helps to keep reminding myself, because the biggest problems that I have in trading is generally me, my decision making, my reactions to things. And not even so much, so maybe half the time it's whether or not to enter a trade, and the other half of the time is closing it too early or something like that, or holding on too long. And that definitely partially comes back to the psychology side of things, on top of being able to do the technical analysis and find some support resistance levels, things like that. Like right here, we came up, hit the spider line. So had a good indication that we were going to top out, around that spider line, even if it was only temporary, and came out to be a little bit more than temporary. So, stuff like that's important too. And then the last one is more of the meme review videos, and not even just crypto, but trading in general. Because let's face it, I mean, if you can't be self-deprecating when you're talking about trading and yourself and things like that, I mean, oh my gosh, too much stress. Need to lighten up. Need to be able to joke about it. Plus, being able to joke about all the messing up, all the screw ups that I have done, you have done, I'm sure everybody's done. Yeah, not only is it funny and it's a little comic relief, but it also kind of helps you to hopefully not continue to do the same thing. So let me know, which ones of those you would be interested in seeing more of, or sooner than later. Or if you just want me to try to pull more Market Cipher videos out of my ass and try to dig, even deeper into some of these things. I mean, there's still some stuff that I haven't got super deep into, but Market Cipher B, I mean, I think we've practically every little piece of it at this point. But I don't mind reiterating or focusing on something specific if there's something you want more detail or explanation of, or you didn't catch previous video. That's fine, I don't care, I'll go over it again. But okay, looking at our little consolidation right here, first thing we got to do, skip up to a higher time frame and see what the macro view is looking like. Kind of see our little consolidation right here at the top. But down here, we do have a pretty big split on the RSIs. Now, granted, it has been maintaining a big split, so, it hasn't been a real strong, sustained pump to the upside. It's, it's kind of come up a little bit, cool off, come up a little bit, cool off. And, that's that weakness we're seeing in the RSI there. The VWAP has stretched itself out, so we have stayed in the green for a decent chunk of time right there. Now we are getting close to the 0 line, if you can see that there. Yeah, we are on approach. We're coming up to the landing strip. We'll see if we do cross over, get ourselves a little red dot up there. The money flow never did make it into the green yet. We were coming up and we started arcing, and now we're kind of heading back a little bit. And if we do continue on in the red, even if it's just one more bump, I would likely expect at the very least to hang out around this fib retracement line as well as this spider line, both right around the same spot. And if nothing else, maybe come back to either this, or probably that, and possibly that as well. We have nice little double bump support levels right there. And obviously the big thing is just hoping that we don't make it below that low. But I'm not too worried about that just yet. In the overall, like really big macro view of things, yeah, stuff doesn't look so hot. You start coming up here on the multi-day charts, almost like we got a little trigger wave to the downside, looking a little ugly. RSI is looking a little ugly to the downside. Money flow got rejected. Never did make it into the green. Still solid red right there. Looking very similar to, the last chart that we had there. As far as the money flow, I mean. But, you come over here to the daily and it's like, okay, we seem like we still have some upward movement to go. We got 12, 13 on the DBSI. Money flow did pop up into the green and it is headed up, VWAP headed up. So it seems like, maybe for the next couple days, provided nothing big changes, we could stay in the green candles here, but in order to do that, I would expect that, over the course of tonight and tomorrow morning, we would need to see, the wick on the current candle get a little bigger than the previous one. Because as of right now, this is on the Heikinashi, but technically this is like a pullback right there. Even though they're both green, you can see where this one is lower than that one. And if it continues along that path, well, then we'll start getting red candles. So things to keep an eye out for right there. But, you know, up here, 6 hour, shrink this down a little bit. You know, money flow just staying in the red. Yeah, not super great. Pointed back down again. So potentially, you know, we could be seeing this still extend out to here. But, you know, if this is the case and it does start coming up, generally we are moving the price up as the money flow is increasing toward the green side. You know, again with the RSIs getting further split as it goes up. But I mean, this can continue like that for a while. I mean, we could still just kind of have a choppy move to the upside as these split farther and farther before we start to head back. But it just sucks. It's a sign of weakness. You know, things are generally speaking acting weak lately, even though, you know, we've had a couple of these, you know, short little pumps going on during the day. It's nothing fantastic. If, you know, if you miss it, you miss it, and you're pretty much stuck waiting till the next one, which might be a half day or another day away. And just popping down here to the 30-minute, you know, you can see our little consolidation we got going here. You could almost, you know, start doing a little something like that. Just, you know, if you're doing it, probably do it a little more accurate than I did it. But you can see, what do we got? Momentum. Kind of moving to the downside here. Did get a little green dot. It's getting a little choppy right here. Even on the momentum waves where you got a little double peak going right here. VWAP kind of terribly weak. Generally trending down. So we'll see. But, you know, the thing with the VWAP too is, you know, as it's trending down, it's only going to go so far before it kind of reverses and starts coming back up. So this very well could break to the upside like that. I'm kind of leaning that way a little bit, just because even though things are a little, you know, bearish on the real big time frames, over here on like the hourlies, it's still got potential to go up a little bit. And, you know, hovering in the green here, hopefully, you know, we see this come back for like another one of those little double peaks that we've been seeing quite a bit of lately. You know, RSIs, not much to look at the moment, just sideways, you know. A little bit of split, not a whole lot, but definitely enough to indicate, you know, all that weakness right there. And so if we start seeing these pull together and head up, pretty much, you know, if it starts looking like this, then yeah, we're going to have a nice little third pump to the upside there. So if you have Market Cipher, be on the lookout for that. See, yeah, the momentum waves are a little funky, but it's not divergence. You know, even up here between this peak and this peak, we have not gotten that divergence yet. And this is on the 30-minute. So not, you know, no big signs that we're about to flip and reverse just yet. You know, again, even down here on the 15, you know, I had a little bit right here between these two. But I mean, I'd say that's pretty much, you know, that bearish divergence is dead within that little consolidation. That's because between here, still looking good. Right here isn't divergence because you have lower highs. And you got higher lows as well, so it's not really divergence on the bottom side either. You know, we're sustaining sideways, a little consolidation at the moment. But, you know, every time we consolidate, it's going to break eventually. So the trick is trying to figure out which way it's going to break. You know, we do have a little bit of divergence on the RSI itself. And we are starting to get, you know, a downward trajectory on it. Not the greatest, but even still, you know, the stochastic is staying above that 60 for the most part. you know, could very easily just stay up here some more, because, you know, every time you see when we started quote unquote going down, you know, having a pullback, I mean, look at the gigantic split on that RSI. So it wasn't going very far to the downside when you're seeing that. Had it again right here, not quite as pronounced, but it kind of lends toward, you know, when it's going down, it's weaker. And then when it starts going up, it's stronger. So, you know, bullish in the short term until otherwise. But all right, I'm going to leave it at that. By all means, please let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you guys want to see? Any of those series in particular, or, you know, anything that I didn't mention, you know, let me know. I'm interested to hear what it is that, you know, you guys got going on, what you're looking at, what are you working with, what would you like to know more about? So let me know. And remember, continue being a badass. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that trading psychology video, Be a Badass. I forget what the title is, but it has the word badass in it. Can't miss it. And life's short, so stay happy. Shit. Unless you got to deal with a bunch of messed up computer shit like I had to tonight. Oh my god, man. I dropped more F-bombs than the friggin' invasion of Iraq, dude. Oh, it was so frustrating. Then on top of that, trying to get the microphone to stop sounding crazy. It's been fun. I still haven't recouped on that one yet. Had my encrypted backup file where I keep all the, like a backup of all the passwords and all that good stuff. For whatever reason, just decided to delete it all. Like as soon as I clicked to add a new cell to the table, I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed about that one. Like I still have them everywhere, but now I got to go back and like re-enter it all. And part of me doesn't even want to use the same application to do it if it's just gonna like freak out and delete shit on me. But yeah, what you gonna do? Oh yeah, and then I go to record and my bad, I'm just talking. You can click off this video if you want at this point. I'm just bitching. But and then I go to hit record on the Streamlabs because I've been playing around with that one, you know, aside from using the regular OBS. And it tells me you got to update your graphics card driver. I'm like, all right. So I go to hit update, and NVIDIA's like, oh, you got to create an account and you got to sign in and do all this crap in order to update your driver. And I'm just like, why do I need to create an account to friggin' just update the driver for the hardware that I've had in this damn tower for like 5 years now? Like, just work. I don't want to know anything about you. I don't want to see your name, your logo, nothing. I want you to just work. I want to forget that you even exist. Just no problems. Just do your damn job. Instead, I got to create an account. Then I go to create an account, fill everything in, then go to hit the submit button. And the submit button doesn't work. Like, oh, that's just lovely. So I had to like use a different account to sign in with through them, and yeah, it's just a hot mess. And I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch of junk mail out of it, and they're just gonna be data mining me because now they have it tied to a freaking account. And yeah, but that's all right. We're in a better mood now, and hopefully something's going on with the charts here. Probably not by the time I go to bed, so we'll see what happens when we wake up. But hopefully tomorrow's a good day. Hopefully we get a nice little pump tomorrow. I don't even care which way it's going, up or down. I need to get me a good trade in because, yeah, I missed most of this one because, yeah, just working, not paying attention. Shit happens. But all right. Love y'all. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.